Have you ever finished a long, exhausting day thinking, "I've been busy all day, but what did I actually get done?" You're not alone. In fact, most of us have been taught to see productivity in a way that actually drains us, burns us out, and leaves us feeling like we're running on a hamster wheel. That's why today, I want to share with you why you've been thinking about productivity all wrong, and more importantly, how you can flip the script and finally start getting meaningful things done without feeling like you're constantly chasing your own tail. Let's start with the first thing that trips so many of us up: thinking productivity means doing more. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness. Back-to-back meetings, endless to-do lists, replying to emails at all hours. It feels like the more we do, the more productive we must be, right? But here's the truth. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. I know that sounds simple, but think about it. How much of what fills your day actually moves the needle on what's important to you? When we start focusing on fewer high-impact tasks, suddenly we find more clarity, less stress, and real progress. Try starting your day by identifying the one or two things that will make the biggest difference, and give those your best energy first. Another big reason we get productivity all wrong is because we mistake activity for accomplishment. Let me give you an example. Have you ever spent hours organizing your desk, color-coding your calendar, or fiddling with the perfect app to track your habits, but at the end of it, nothing meaningful is actually done? I've been there, and it's so easy to fall into that trap. What feels like work isn't always work. Real productivity often looks less glamorous, like sitting quietly with a tough problem until you figure it out, or having that one uncomfortable conversation that clears up weeks of confusion. When we shift our focus from staying busy to making progress, even small steps can feel powerful. Now, let's talk about multitasking, because I promise it's not the superpower we think it is. We've been sold this idea that juggling multiple things at once is the ultimate productivity hack. But the science is clear. Multitasking actually slows us down. Our brains weren't built to handle switching rapidly between tasks, and when we try, we end up doing everything with half our attention. Instead, try giving yourself permission to go all in on one thing at a time. You'll be amazed how much faster and better your work gets done, and how much calmer you feel. Something else we often overlook is rest. I know, rest doesn't sound like productivity, but it's essential. We can't expect ourselves to be focused, creative, or effective when we're running on empty. Think about the last time you had a breakthrough idea or solved a problem that's been bugging you. Chances are, it came when you were taking a walk, relaxing in the shower, or lying in bed, not when you were grinding away at your desk. When we build in time for real rest, we give our minds the space they need to work smarter, not harder. And finally, I want to touch on the power of saying no. This might be the hardest shift of all, but it's a game changer. Every time we say yes to something that doesn't align with our priorities, we're saying no to something that does. It's okay not to take on every task, every favor, or every opportunity that comes your way. When you start protecting your time and energy like they're the most valuable resources you have, because they are, you'll find yourself feeling less overwhelmed and more fulfilled. So, here's what I hope you'll take from this. Productivity isn't about squeezing more into your day. It's about filling your days with what matters most, and letting go of the noise that doesn't serve you. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need a fancy system or a new app to start. You can begin right now, just by asking yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. What's one small change you're going to try starting today? And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got so much more practical, uplifting content to help you build a life that feels good, not just busy. Thanks for being here, and remember, you've got this.